Season. I know it was something that you jumped in mid-season last year. Talk about just getting your feet under you last week and then how that helped you this week.
Yeah, I felt like, last week was good to kind of, like you said, get my feet under me. But I feel like, all season, us as like a quarterback room, we prepare each and every week like if you are the starter. I know it sounds cliche, but I feel like we do. We take pride in doing that, whether it's Chase, myself, Preston, DJ, or Kyle and Stone. So, I felt like, no matter who's asked to go in there and play, that we can do a great job. And I feel like the guys around us just do a great job kind of supporting each other and supporting who's ever in. Quarterback, receiver, running back, whatever position it is, you go in there, you feel comfortable about it. And I think that's why I kind of, I felt comfortable about it. And I have great guys around me, and that was good.
Kind of take a page out of Chase's book. Use your legs a little bit today. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like it's just something, it adds an element for the defense that they have to defend. Obviously can open up a little more for your offense. But I don't want to take anything away from Frank because Frank had all the touchdowns and the rushes today, and maybe I could take a page out of Frank's book, but yeah. But definitely learning from Chase. Just knowing when to use your legs and how to extend plays. Chase is great at that, and I just try to pick stuff here and there, and hopefully it'll end up being good.
First half, the offense was having trouble getting plays off. Seems like Sharp was able to get a lot of pressure on you guys. What sort of adjustments did you make at halftime to become a little more efficient on offense, be able to move the ball a little bit more?
Yeah, I felt like in the first half I felt like we were moving the ball well. Like we were constantly on their side of the field. We just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. Obviously, I had the one mistake. I had the interception late in the half, just a stupid throw. DB made a nice play. But, some penalties, and we were moving. We would, like, good play here and then bad play here. So I think we went into half. We were just like, listen, guys, like, we're down by 7. We're moving the ball well. Like, let's just keep pounding the rock. Frank did a great job, like I said, and then the receivers freaking made plays. They blocked well on the outside. They caught the ball. They made plays. And I think it was just that belief in ourselves, like, we get down there, like, let's go finish. And I thought we did a great job.
Special teams came up huge for you guys today, a couple different block kicks. How much, pumping up does that do to you guys on offense when those type of things happen?
It's, like when you talk about like momentum and energy, stuff like that, especially on special teams, like it just lights a fire under the offense. You're sitting there, their first drive of the game, they're about to get 3 points, boom, they block it, we're rolling, and coming out of half, we go 3 and out. Charlotte gets the ball, defense makes a great play, forces a punt, boom, block punt for a touchdown. And it was, from that point on, there was no question. And I remember we were all walking around on the sideline, offense, defense, like, I know it's a tied game, but this is our game, and there's no denying that.
Good. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Elijah Metcalf.
All right, guys, next up, receiver Elijah Metcalf.
Well, talk about stepping up today, with one of your top receivers out, just what kind of weight was put on your shoulders?
Just going out there and being prepared. Every week, our receiver coach just preaches next man up, but Yusuf still was back there supporting me each and every play. So I just wanted to be there for my quarterback. Nick did a great job today and just being a reliable target for him today.
You were going up against your hometown team today.
Yeah.
I know they recruit the Charlotte area heavy, so I'm sure you knew a bunch of the guys on the other sideline. Well, what does this win mean for you personally, just knowing how familiar you might have been with some of those guys?
Just getting a W is always big, but of course being a hometown team, because last year we took a tough loss to Chase's first start, but it was definitely great. Coach Stock said before the game, you're representing something, so that's 704 on the side of my head. I just wanted to get this win. It was definitely huge for us to get this W.
Were you and Christian the only two with the 704?
And Zay.
Zay, that's right.
Yeah, Isaiah. So,
what did it mean to have those area codes on the side of your helmet this week?
Just like Coach Stock said before the game, he just was telling us, like, it's somebody back home that helped you get there and get to this opportunity we're at now. So it was bigger than football. It was bigger than just this Saturday. It's just bigger than everything else that was going on, like Veterans Day, like all the stripes on our helmets and stuff like that. So when we see those things, it's bigger than us. So we just go out there and thank those people that help us get to the opportunity we are now, and thank for the people back home that help us get to this opportunity playing football. So
it seemed like there was a little more RPO to the playbook than maybe we've seen from you guys this season. Is that something y'all been working towards, throwing in a little bit more often?
I just feel like they try to make the game as easy as we can this week. I know we had a lot of guys banged up, but not just trying to do too much, because when we just do the simple stuff, we're really good at it. So I feel like this week we just try to preach being simple and just taking what they give us, and that's what we did and executed at a high level.
Thanks, Elijah.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thanks a lot. You're doing good. Thank you.
I'll just start this one off.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
What's up, Clay?
Trey, that was a vintage Reed Blankenship-like performance for you. You seemed like you were all over the field making plays. What was clicking for you out there on defense to get 16 tackles today?
The defense calls, there's nothing. I just gave the effort. I just gave effort. I did what I was supposed to do, and when my name was called to make the tackle, I just made the tackle. So there's nothing, nothing really special about, going out there and you just make the play, and so that's what I did.
Trey, talk about, when the offense was struggling a little bit, especially in the first half, how big special teams came up, 2 block kicks, defense came up big with some stops. Just talk about how that can spark the team.
Yeah, really, honestly, special teams can control the game sometimes, and we do a great job during the week of getting after it in special teams, really practicing on, the main focus things, the little things, getting the little things better and all that. So, in this game, special team was a big thing. Anytime we can get a punt down there and them get no yards, we're in good field position, or that's great for us. So.
Charlotte was able to get their own a little bit during the game, some big plays for them, but y'all really rallied maybe in a way that y'all haven't in other games this season. What was the key to get the defense on the same page and responding well in that adversity?
Yeah, you got to understand. Everybody has to understand they're gonna make plays. And it's just for us to hop back up and play the next play. So I think tonight we did a good job of hopping back up and wanting to see what's next. So I'm proud of my guys and my team, my teammates for doing that. Not getting down on themselves and being ready for the next play. And that's what we did tonight.
Jacoby made another big interception in a late situation, second win in a row for you guys. Talk about his growth and how he's growing in that safety.
Yeah, starting out the season, he didn't start. He wanted to start. He had a mindset to come in and want to work. He's growing not only in the in the field and stuff, but in film. He's putting the grind in. Him and Diedrich doing a great job of competing. We're all doing a great job. Nobody's spot secured. So with that, he's a redshirt freshman. So he's doing a great job right now, and I'm just excited to see where he goes, what he does.
Thanks, Trey.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Fred. All right, guys, next up is Frank Peasant.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Right? Looked like you had a little bit of extra energy there late in that game. Talk about those 2 runs that, the second one being the touchdown, that last touchdown y'all got.
Really, I was just trying to get the first down so we can run out the clock. It was a lot of time on the clock for me. Like, I ain't really like that for myself. Like, we need to run the clock down. So I ain't like how he was throwing the ball, really. We should have just kept running it. But it's cool, though. We still got a dub.
Yeah, the running back room's been banged up the past few weeks,
Yes,
you
sir.
included. But what was it like to get healthy enough again to be playing a lot and get back on the field and have some results?
Oh, I'll never be gone for long. I always come back, bounce back strong. It's a privilege to come back, though. I hope that the rest of the room get healthy and come back so, like, we can have more depth. I hope Joe come back strong. We need him, some speed on the edge. But it's time for Latair to step up. So, injuries is an opportunity, too.
Frank, you averaged almost 5 yards a carry. We saw you, rip off some of those longer runs in the second half. Did you see something from Charlotte's defense that you could kind of exploit?
No, it was really all about me, my tempo, and where my eyes was. So I just had to lock in and just play my ball.
A couple of new guys on the offensive line due to injury this week. Talk about how they blocked for you and were able to get you some holes in those situations.
It was great. The first half, they was doing it. It was some holes there. Second half, kind of slowed up. But when we came back out, they was back on their grind. So I appreciate them. I give all the glory to them every time I score. So, I really appreciate my O-lineman.
1 win away from bowl eligibility with 2 games to go. What does this team have to do in these last 2 games to reach the goals that are still out there for you guys?
We have to lock in. We have to be determined. What pushes me is the seniors. Like Big Ferg, I really respect him, so I can't let him down. You feel me? This is last year, so I feel like everybody, like as the
underclassmen, we gotta push for our seniors, and that's what I do. So I hope everybody pick it up and we can keep it rolling.
Thanks, Frank.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, appreciate everybody. You know, it was a tough, hard-fought win, and knew it was going to be like that. Really proud of our team. You know that the defense shut them out the second half. They didn't score the second half. We turned them over a couple times, and got 3 fourth-down stops in the second half, which are light turnovers. Got a block kick and a score in the kicking game. And offensively, we did a lot better job the second half of finishing drives than we did the first half. So I thought we played a really I don't like to use the word complimentary football because I think people throw that around a little bit too much. But I thought we played well together. Field position was really critical, especially early because of, you know, the wind and how cold it was. You know, so I thought we did a really nice job with that. And, you know, it's, you know, just a hard, tough, hard-fought win. And I thought we showed a lot of toughness. You know, defensively, you know, I know the last one was 4th and 6. The other two were, I think, 4th and 1, 4th and 2. And that's really, you get fourth down stops, that's toughness. That's where your grit, that's where your perseverance to not give in really comes up. And I thought we were physical. I thought we did a really nice job. And then offensively, you know, we get the ball down there after the fourth down stop, and I don't know, 6-7 minutes left, and we take it down there and run a bunch of time off the clock and get a field goal to make it a 2-score game, you know, with 2 minutes left. So really proud of our team, happy for them. That was a really good win tonight. So I'll open it up to you guys.
You touched on it a little bit, but the special teams, not only did the punt block, but the field goal block on the first drive of the game. How important was that spark at those different points in times to what y'all needed to get out there?
Well, you know, the Corey, the first one, the field goal block, you know, they take the first drive down there and, you know, you get off the field without giving up any points, you know, so that was really big. Just a really good effort play by him. And, you know, so that was big. And then, you know, obviously the block punt and the scoop touchdown with Ferg and Marley, you know, that tied the game up. And then I thought we covered really good. And then the last field goal was a really high snap, and Kyle did a phenomenal job of catching it because he had to come off his knee. And anytime you come off your knee, it just makes it that much more difficult to get it placed in the proper placement. And he did. Just a phenomenal individual play by him. And Zeke knocked it in to give us a 2-score lead. So I thought our kicking game was really, really good tonight, or this afternoon, feels like tonight.
Coach, talk about Peasant's hard running in the second half. Seemed like he gained steam as the game went on. He was carrying defenders into the end zone on that last touchdown he scored.
I mean, that's what he is. He's not a make you miss guy. He's not going to run away from you. He's a tough physical runner. You know, he likes contact, and you guys have seen it. He gets out in the open field. You know, he's not going to try to make you miss. He's going to lower his shoulder and run through you. And you know, so Frank did a nice job. First play of the game, you know, catches a little check down pass, a flare, makes the guy miss, and gets a first down out there with a good run. So Frank's a good player. He's a really tough, hard-nosed, physical runner. And, you know, he's not, you know, 230, 240 pounds like that, but he's a strong 210 pounds that, you know, you get into the second half, you kind of get tired of running into him. And he takes advantage of his strength and his toughness, his physicalness.
Coach, you've talked all season about this team trying to find their identity. Do you feel that they found their identity tonight?
That's a good question. You know, I don't know. We had 5 starters out offensively. You know, 2 in the offensive line, then we lost another one in the first half. So we're still kind of a Band-Aid a little bit offensively. I still think we haven't reached our potential, our full potential yet offensively. I mean, you look out there a couple times, 4 wide receivers we hadn't, you know, you have to look them up to find out who they are. And but they made some good plays. Old Bryce Bailey, you know, made a couple of nice critical catches, and Elijah, TK, you know, I think it was his first catch of his career out there, and then he got hurt. But no, I still think we're probably. I know what I think. I know what it is, but to say that we found it tonight, we're a blue collar, tough, hard, tough, play hard type team. We don't have, especially right now with as many skill guys as we've got hurt. We don't have a lot of explosiveness offensively. Defensively, I mean, I thought like I said, man, to hold these guys to 14 and shut them out the second half is pretty dang good, and people will look at their record and say this or that, but, the one thing they've been able to do is score points. And, so it's we're just a tough, hard-nosed, blue-collar team right now, to try to answer your question.
Nick Vadiato had to step up for Chase this week. We were Chase out due to injury. I mean, he's a guy that's had to bide his time this season, even during some of the more garbage time snaps due to, I think, redshirt issues with him. But what can you say about his development and his play tonight and getting the team ready and his willingness to help out in the way he can?
I love Nick. He's a very, very unselfish young man. He cares about the team more than he cares about himself. He showed that last year by not playing at all, and then, Chase goes down and he has to give up his red shirt to play. So he showed that, and now we're trying to get it back for him. And then Chase goes down again. So he's played in 2 games, and hopefully we can find a way to, he only plays 2 of these next 3, and so we can get his red shirt year back. But, he had a good week of practice. The interception, he just didn't see the safety come over the top. It threw a good ball. It just, had him. Maybe underthrew him a hair. But he said he just didn't see the safety. And then, he got the ball knocked out of him there at the end of the first half. He's got to do a better job with that. But the guy came scot-free, and we didn't help him much from a protection standpoint on that. So, but, second half, man, he was, his leadership, just really, really happy for that kid. And for him to, to go out there and playing quarterback is not easy if you play and start every game. It's hard. But not to play for 8 games, whatever it was, and then you're forced in there at halftime or in the third quarter, and now you're start the next week. I mean, the kids hadn't got in, played a whole bunch of snaps. He's been here a year and a half, but he hadn't played a whole bunch. So I respect that kid so much. I respect him. I love him. I appreciate him, and the team respects him. And when the team respects your quarterback, you're doing things the right way.
Good.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate y'all. Oh, man.
You gonna make